What's up, everybody? Jay Leone back. Back. Long time since I've been on here. Long time since I've uploaded something. Probably about 3 weeks now. For those who don't know, I was on a honeymoon. Got back Monday of last week. And just bringing everything back in order and getting back on track because I am way backed up and have so much stuff to tell you guys. So much stuff to show you guys. Just so much stuff in general. I was in Florida, where the weather was, was much better than it is out here in Chicago. We're starting to get a little warmer, but yes, I was on a honeymoon, so that's where I was, and I was in my parents' house, so it was a whole mess of things going on. But I'm back here in my apartment. Things will start flowing regularly now, Friday, Saturday, every Friday, every Saturday. We'll have a video. It's rather windy out there. I just heard something fall over. So, we're back in the groove. I hope everybody's doing well. And we're going to set up what I got to set up. And we're going to review the, I forgot the name of it, the Omega Rebuildable Atomizer. So, the Omega Rebuildable Atomizer is what we're looking at today. I want to get some updates out of the way really quick, but actually, you know what, we'll probably wait to the end of the video to do those updates, because yeah, we'll just do it at the end. But anyways, Omega Rebuildable Atomizer. Where did I get this? How much was it? Do I like it? What does it do? Well, I got it off of eBay, and we'll get into eBay later. I've had it with that company, that website, whatever. We'll talk about that later. So I got this from eBay. It came in a package like this. It's made from yeshmo. That is the factory out in China that makes these clones. Yes, it is a clone. I'll get that out of the way now. If you're not a fan of clones, you might want to turn the video off now because we're going to be talking about clones. So, it's made in China. Actually, I have talked to the vendor yeshmo out there. They make a lot of clones, a lot of rebuildable drippers, a lot of rebuildable mech mods. They make a lot of clone mech mods, clone other things too. So they are a very well-known manufacturer out in China that clones everything, and I mean everything. So I got it on eBay. I paid, I like to say I paid 25 bucks for this with free shipping. So $24.99, you get the atomizer, which is this guy here. Did I get a drip tip? No drip tip included, just the atomizer. The drip tip, actually, this drip tip here is from a Pro Tank. I think it just looks nice on there. And I have it sitting on my Magneto. 25 bucks, eBay. I'll post a link below. Ooh, excuse me. Drink too much water. I'm very thirsty. Just got off of work now, so I'm kind of just starting to unwind. But anyways. What is it? It's a rebuildable dripping atomizer. Most of you know a rebuildable dripping atomizer. You build your coils, or your coil. Put some juice on there. Line up your airflow hole. And you take a vape. That's a rebuildable dripping atomizer. It's only as good as the coil you're going to put in there. I have the airflow pretty closed right now. I'm not doing lung hits, kind of just doing mouthful hits. Rather satisfying. Actually, when I was in Florida, I stopped at a e-cig shop out there. City of Vapes, I believe it's called. Don't quote me on that. I'll post a link for them on down below in the video. And I picked up some of this juice here. This is vanilla juice. I've actually never had a really good vanilla, and this is by far fantastic. And I mean fantastic. It's all natural juice, actually. They don't use PG. It's not all VG. They use, what is it, purified water, spring water, or something in there. Actually, it tastes very good, and it's all natural. So, it's pharmaceutical grade nicotine, VG, and purified spring water with flavorings that are also organic. This is a 16 ml bottle. I think I paid 15 bucks for it. It's a little bit on the higher end, but you get what you pay for, and this is quality stuff. That's what I've been dripping in here right now. And it is just fantastic. It's a really good, smooth vanilla, no harshness from the PG. Very smooth. I'm gonna drink here real quick. So we're gonna break this down. We're gonna look at the packaging a little far in depth. We're gonna rebuild it really quickly, a very short rebuild section. We're gonna talk about pros and cons and all that stuff in the next segment. Alright, so the Yeshmo Omega clone from, I don't honestly know who the original maker of it is. I'm sure some of you people out there are all on that already and are like, oh, they make it, but I don't know. I didn't do my homework on this. It is a clone. It's made by yeshmo. It's cloned by yeshmo, I should say. This is the atomizer. I'll take the drip tip off. Let's get a towel or a napkin because it's going to be juicy and messy. That's for sure. So this is the atomizer. It's honestly, it's made of stainless steel. It's a brushed finish on here. It's got that kind of magneto. No, not really. Magneto's a little shinier. So this is straight up brushed. It looks like an ohm symbol here. I know this symbol, this is the Omega symbol here, so it's not an ohm symbol. That's what I thought it was at first. It's got these nice aesthetic cuts up in here. I think this atomizer just looks superb. It's got a 3mm hole here, a 3mm hole here, and then another 3mm hole here. So you got 3 holes in total. You got a stainless steel contact on the bottom, and it is serialized. 0388 is this serial number. Let's take off the top cap, and the top cap on here, let me wipe it off real quick, is rather loose. Very juicy. Okay, get that out of the picture. It is juice on my rag. Damn it. So top cap here is rather loose. I mean, you can see I'm pulling that out. I personally like it like this because I don't like having to like struggle with the grips of death to take it off. But it does have one O-ring there. A pretty good sized O-ring. Comes off pretty easily, especially when juice is applied to it. Let me wipe this out a little more. Show you a little bit better without getting juice all over my hands. That juice is just dark. That's that organic vanilla I was talking about earlier. Very dark juice. Very dark. Okay, got that out of there. Alright, so top cap here. Like I said, 3 holes in it. I gotta get back on focus here. What are you doing to me, camera? Okay. So you can see this is the dual coil hole. You can see it goes straight through. See my blue rag over there. So that's dual coil. They're all 3mm holes, and then you have a hole for your single coil, which is this one here, and you can't see through because it's just one single coil. So you can run it single or dual, whatever you prefer. Honestly, in this atomizer, I've been preferring the single coil build just because it's easier, and we'll talk about that in a minute here. Let me put this guy down. And let's look at the build deck, and you'll understand now why I like single coil better. You can see there's my single coil, cotton of course, and yeah, you have this deck here, which makes building quite a hassle, to be honest with you. And you have a hole here, and you have a hole opposite of that hole right here. And basically what you're doing here, it does have adjustable airflow, is you're going to put, let me get this on a mod, it just seems easier. Okay, so you're putting it, you're going to see the one hole there, and you take your hole here, and you're just going to line it up. This is the dual coil, right there, and then you'll have another hole on the opposite side right there. So, if you want to adjust it, you basically just turn it. You can see I'm closing the hole off, closing the hole off, closing the hole off, closed completely. So you can definitely adjust it, and if you want to do single coil, you go to that one hole over here, and that is single coil mode. And again, you could adjust it, and it does make a difference on the draw. If you have it about here, you know, you can do malvo hits, definitely do malvo hits here, and then you could also open it back up and get tons of airflow. I mean, clouds and clouds. It is a very airy draw, wide open. So it's adjustable. That's also very nice about this atomizer. The biggest con with it, unfortunately, comes with the build section, which is probably one of the most important parts because, you know, you're going to be building coils and trying different builds. You can see what I got in here. Let's give you a better look at that coil in there. See it a little better there? Okay. You have a single micro coil in there, and it is a hassle. Actually, they call this a center post build. You can see it's very close to the center post. So, yeah. And the holes are, the airflow holes are not like in the center where they should be. They're off here on the side, which also makes another issue. You'll see as I rebuild this how it is. Let me get some micro coils built, and we'll get to the rebuild part. Alright, so we're going to build on this guy. I cleaned it out, took out the coils. Now, on the original Omega rebuildable atomizer, they do not have these posts down here. They do not have the holes in the post down here. You see that hole in that center post? There's a hole in both the other posts too. You kind of see it there. Holes that go all the way through, so you could insert your wire instead of having to trap it underneath the screw. Now, those holes are helpful only if this deck didn't exist. Because with this deck being here, I'll grab a coil here. I already built some micros up, so make this video less long. Let me grab the coil. Now, to get these coil inside of here, let's see if we can get this on camera. Yeah, good luck, because you got to get that coil straight, and the holes, I mean, I guess if the hole is bigger, it'd probably work out better, but yeah, it's hard to get that hole in the coil, the wire, the lead in the hole. That's a problem some people may have in life. But anyways, so yeah, that hole would help if this deck wasn't here. This deck is very helpful because you would think you could hold juice in here and you could put quite a bit of cotton, but not really, because the hole for the airflow is right here. So if you look in there, there's not much space below that hole. Very little for cotton. So you don't want to obstruct that hole with cotton. You will get leaking and all kinds of things. I mean, it's a clever design, but the way the posts are and the way those holes are down there, it makes for a leaky atomizer if not set up right, and a very difficult atomizer to set up. But nonetheless, from experimenting, I've done all kinds of builds in here. I've done a single micro coil, which seems to be the easiest one to do on this atomizer. I've done a dual micro, not very easy, and I've done chimney coil. Chimney coil means the coil is going vertical, up and down. And those seem to be the easiest ones to build. I'm going to try to do a dual chimney vertical build in here, and we're going to see how that works out. I'm going to try to do it on camera. I'm going to show you at least step by step sort of what I'm doing here, because this one is hard to do off camera as it is. I'm going to insert a coil and then I'll show you from there. I'll be right back. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Here I inserted one vertical coil. You kind of see what I got going on here. I got the one lead here on the left. It is going underneath the screw, and then I got the other lead going through that center hole there. So you kind of got a little bit of distance, you know, the lower one's going down here and the upper one's going up here. So it kind of works out really good, actually. You take a little fiddling to get that wire through the hole, but once you do, it's fairly easy to do. Trapping this one up here is always the issue because this screw is not as beefy as it should be. And I bet you could replace those screws with beefier ones and have a little bit easier time trapping the coil under there. But that's a single coil right there, and I have about 7 wraps on that micro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the other one here on the opposite side, and we're going to see how that works out. I've already got the micro coil here. Let's see. I'm not going to do it on camera. I attempted to. It just didn't come out right, so I'm going to insert that, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I got it all set up and cleaned up. Yeah, that was real time. Took me about 10 minutes to get this whole thing going. You can see the 2 micros vertically set up. Firing here at 17 watts. And my device is locked. You can see them glowing nice and even there. And we're at, let's see if you can see this. No, not really. 0.6 ohms, which is right where I kind of want to be, honestly. So I mean, a little difficult to set up, and this honestly seems to be the best way to set it up. So each its own. Everybody's going to have their way as far as setting it up goes. I will cotton it up real quick, and we will fill her up and just vape on it and talk a little more about it. Be right back. Alright, so it's all coiled up. Again, you could see the one coil sitting through there going vertically, and the other coil right there vertically. I just jammed the cotton in there, pulled it through with some tweezers, kind of got a crisscross pattern going there. One there, one there. And that's about it. On this build, I'm feeling like doing some custard. So I'm going to use some Cosmos custard from Moon Mountain, which, if you've seen it in one of my reviews, I did a review on this custard. It's fantastic. It was way lighter colored. This is about a month old now, and it just got dark. So that means, I guess, steeping has worked. And it just smells fantastic. We're just going to get the cotton nice and wet. These darker juices. It's just going to make everything a mess in here, I'm sure. Let's go on the coil. Focus. There we go. Oh god. These stupid things. And if you do over drip on these, like I said, it does become leaky and becomes a little bit of a mess. Try to get everything nice and saturated. Alrighty. Nice and saturated. Okay, we got it all filled up. Let's put it on a mech. Start with, we'll put it on the Magneto. I seem to like how it looks on there best. Let's give it a quick fire and see what we get. Oh yeah. Smell like custard. So let me change the camera here and we'll vape on it and give you my final thoughts. Whew, tons of vapor coming out of this build. So like I said, I didn't show it on camera because it is quite complicated to do on camera. Building on camera in general is complicated, but this atomizer is a little more than others. I didn't show the box in the close-up too much. This is the box, pretty simple. Comes in here. Like I said, no drip tip. Then you pull this little cover up, and this little cardboard, and you do get a bag with a screwdriver, some silica, some spare screws, and some kanthal or some type of wire. But I'm going to have a few vapes here, show you the vapor production on this build. And this is by far not a fully charged battery, so it's doing quite well. Vapor production is very good. It does have a reduced chamber on here. You can actually see how this sits on here. The actual atomizer cap goes on and sits all the way down. So it actually goes over this whole deck here. So the chamber is not very big at all, which makes for a very flavorful, intense vape. Most atomizers, they go on, there's like a lip that sticks out. This goes over the whole thing. So it works out very well. Yeah, it's, like I said, 25 bucks. Yeshmo, I'll put the link down below. Yeshmo's manufacturer of the clone. And it's very good. The only thing I said, if you're not an advanced builder, you might have a little problems with that deck and getting a coil in there and the wire in there and setting it up properly. It is one of my favorite looking atomizers that I own. Just the look on it is amazing. It vapes well. It's just a little bit of a bitch to set up, if I may say. And I struggled with this for a while, may I say also. But overall, I think it's a good product. Just the deck kind of makes it a little difficult to build. Otherwise, everything else is pretty good. That's all I got, guys. I do have, or I am in process of making a web store, a website. I'm selling just some basic starter kits, basic Eagle kits. eBay shut me down. I guess people were supposedly complaining about the products I'm selling, which is a lie because I have positive feedback and nothing negative to say from any of my customers. So they decided that I'm practicing unsafe selling practices, if that makes any sense. And they decided to suspend me from selling, so I made my own website. I don't know what happened, if somebody had something with me and decided to contact eBay and tell them because I'm selling Knockoff EVODs, yes, they are cloned EVODs. They're not the Kangertech versions. It's in the description, though. It's not like I'm hiding and telling you. I am trying to sell an affordable kit that performs rather well to get people off of cigarettes. That's all I'm doing. I'm making very little money off the top. You can check my website out. You can see how cheap I'm selling them for. Very, very cheap. I'm trying to help some people out, and some assholes out there decided they want to report me to eBay because I'm selling not authentic, which I didn't think was against the law. I mean, clones are sold everywhere, so, I mean, I'm just another person selling clones. I'm sorry, but whatever. I made a website. I'll post a link below if anybody's interested in some starter kits. And coming soon, not the battery, but the battery is an MNKE 26650 battery. You can see this is a 18650 battery. What does this go in? That is what's coming next. It's a very exciting product. I'm going to be bringing it to you guys, and I'm also going to be selling it through my website. I'm very excited to have this coming in. You may already have seen, if you go to my website, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's on the homepage, what product this is going to be going in. I cannot wait to get it in my hands and have one and sell them and let you guys enjoy it also. So stay tuned for that. That's a little bit of my rant. I'm glad to be back. I'm thankful for all you guys being patient. I know my videos have been slow. They will get faster as we go. Thank you for watching this video, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave me a comment. And if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe and click the link below somewhere on this side or this side. And until next time, live well, vape on.